With a lot of the price action settling down for the time being, today I want to talk about my theory of the best time to buy in 2022, what I believe will be the lowest point in price in the year when I'll be buying the vast majority of my investments and very possibly a chance to double your money in just a few weeks time. And I'm not just saying that, it has happened before. So as always, if you do enjoy, be sure to sub if you are in the near 60% of people that watch and aren't yet, and be sure to check out my sponsor, Skinport. Skinport is the best CSGO marketplace out there for you to start building your dream inventory. If you're looking for a new M4A1S skin with a new buff, you can get a factory new Hyper Beast for only $67 on Skinport, while the cheapest on the Steam market right now is $100. And I wouldn't be surprised if you flipped a profit selling this thing as well, with it increasing in price still since the buff. And when it does come time to sell, even if it's not right away, Skinport will only charge you a 12% fee to turn it into cash. And if you can snipe one for its price, that's a really easy flip. So either way, be sure to sign up to Skinport today with that link in the description. But for now, let's get right into the video. So let's just cut to the chase. When do I think we're going to see this huge dip in price and the best time to buy this year? And it's got to be when the new operation gets released, which ideally will be 5 to 6 months after Riptide ends on February 21st, just like we saw with Riptide's release. It was 5 to 6 months after Broken Fang ended. But who knows, could be longer, could be shorter. CSGO devs usually start hinting about it on Twitter when we're close to it, so it wouldn't be a complete surprise and catch everybody off guard. Either way, when we see an operation get released, I believe we're going to see a massive dip, just like we saw when Riptide was released as well. Whether in place skins, we saw a massive dip in top tier items, mid tier items, all cases, literally everything. Check the Steam market, go to September 21st of 2021, you will see a dip in CSGO items. And I believe this is because of the way the shop works right now, and so many people wanting to sell their items when the operation gets released to buy stars for lower tier items like cases or just $20 play skins or whatever they can use to buy the pass. Stuff like that. But either way, absolutely tons of people will be selling all of their items, whether it's $1,000, $50, $10, doesn't really matter. You can either use it to buy operation stars or the operation pass, so it's not really limited to a certain amount of items, like something like the winter sale would be, and nobody's selling $1,000 items to buy a game on Steam. Either way, absolutely tons of people will be selling then, just like we saw last time, and I've got to imagine that's going to cause a massive dip in prices once again. And if you think that Valve is going to do a different operation format than we saw with Broken Fang or Riptide, sure, it's possible, but this is clearly the one they like the most and definitely the one that makes them the most money. It gives users a lot of choice on what items they can try to gamble to get, which means a ton of people are going to pay cash to spend stars on them. Shattered Web sort of did that, but didn't give users as much choice, so Valve have kind of refined it to make it so people spend the most money. They're a business, they gotta make their money, and they're doing a great job of it, so why not continue? But either way, let's talk specifics. How long is this dip gonna last? What specifically should you be looking at? Well, the good thing is it kind of caters to everyone, but specific items definitely stand out. I'll start with something that I think is one of the safest bets and is what I'm mostly looking at, and also has a crazy return on investment potential. The Riptide case, which may seem weird because I don't think you should buy it right at this very moment, but in the past, with the Broken Fang case, we saw when the Snakebite case got released at the end of Operation Broken Fang, this thing just started falling off in price more and more across the months until Operation Riptide got released. When Riptide got released, it bottomed out and has since been up from there, and has since over doubled in price as well. The reason for it being that the case is just open so much even after the operation. I've looked into this a million times and covered it in other videos if you want to hear about it more in detail, but either way, millions of those things are being opened a month. Millions of people just still want to buy that case for whatever reason, and it draws the price up. I've looked at the Riptide cases numbers open in depth too, and they seem really similar so far, which is why I'm so hopeful for it. But either way, I think we're going to see the same thing happen with Riptide cases. New operation gets released. Since the Dreams and Nightmares case already got released and they have the same knives, they'll have plenty of time to fall off in price. Hopefully bottom out around when the new operation gets released, then I think we'll be up from there, similar to what happened with the Broken Fang case. But The thing is, there's plenty of other use to the dip as well. If you're sitting on any Steam wallet balance right now and not really sure what to do with it, it can be really useful to buy a play skin or obviously an investment skin as well during the dip. The thing about play skins and knives is that when this dip happens, they seem to hover around the range they dip to throughout the operation until we get towards the end of it like we're at now, and then they start increasing again. But between that time, you've got like 3 months to make that decision to buy, even though a massive dip is on the day of the operation. That being said, if you are looking to sell any of your investments, especially cases, stuff like that, on the Steam market, that would probably be your best time to do it before the operation gets released. Preparing to do that sometime in the next few months wouldn't be a bad decision at all, especially considering you can easily rebuy in after the dip and make a ton of money if we saw dips as large as before. But at the same time, I wouldn't be selling just yet. I think with all these quote-unquote empty months, I guess we can call them, where there shouldn't be any game-changing updates, any operations, majors, stuff like that, the market should be pretty stable, and hopefully we'll see an increase in the time we've got until we get to the next operation. But then you've got plenty of time to plan out exactly what you want to do with your skins, if you want to double down on some investments, anything like that. But for me, Riptide cases are the #1 thing I'm going to be looking at. I think if they hit the price in the 30 cent range, like we saw with Broken Fang cases, that we could very easily see them have an incredibly similar trend, 2.5x increase in just a matter of a couple of months. Not only is it a cheap option that works for everyone, but it seems to be a really safe one as well. But if you don't want to do that, you can very easily scoop up some play skins during this time. Doesn't even have to be on the Steam market. Even though the entire Steam market dips, prices definitely fall on third-party sites as well. So keep your eye out over on Skinport, for example, if you want to start buying some nice skins too. Also, I just checked Twitter and actually saw that the CSGO player count has actually been really increasing in the past 30 days. So just furthers my point that I think we're going to see prices do well in the next few months leading up to the operation. But at the same time, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Dips will possibly be bigger with more players in the game. Once again, we're peaking at like almost 1 million players this month now. So dead game, you know what it is, dead investing scene, all that good stuff. But seriously, more people will be buying the Operation Pass and Stars, more people will be selling, but during this time, more people are going to be buying those play skins, buying those cases to unbox, stuff like that. So it should be good for all of us as investors. But besides that, I think that does cover everything that I wanted to go over in this video today. As always, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and check out the homies over at Skinport if you want to start building a sick inventory. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.